Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Thought Dose. So, be honest, how many times have you found yourself scrolling through your phone instead of getting stuff done? Yeah, me too, but don't worry, you're not alone. Today, we're going to check out some of the weirdest and most surprising ways to beat procrastination. Trust me, you won't want to miss these tips. Quick question: what's the strangest thing you've done to avoid doing your work? Drop your answers in the comments. I'm curious. So, did you know that about 70% of adults admit to putting off important tasks? And they waste about 218 minutes a day. Yep, that's over 3.5 hours. That's nearly 55 days a year just gone. Even geniuses like Leonardo da Vinci, who took years to finish his masterpieces, struggled with procrastination. Tim Ferriss, the guy who wrote the 4-Hour Workweek, once said, "What we fear doing most is usually what we most need to do." So, if you've ever put stuff off because you were scared or unsure, you're in good company. Now let's dive into some totally bizarre but super effective ways to stop procrastination in its tracks. First up, we've got the 2-minute rule. Here's the deal. If something will take you 2 minutes or less, just do it right away. Sounds simple, right? That's because it is. The idea is that by committing just 2 minutes, you trick your brain into starting. And honestly, starting is usually the hardest part. Why it works? 1. It breaks the inertia. Procrastination often happens because starting feels like a huge deal. But if it's only 2 minutes, it seems too silly to skip, so you just do it. 2. It leverages momentum. Once you're rolling, you might find yourself working longer than 2 minutes. It's all about getting into motion. 3. It builds a habit. Doing this regularly helps you start tasks quicker and stops procrastination from taking over. How to apply it? For simple tasks, knock out those quick things like replying to a short email, putting away laundry, or washing a few dishes. For bigger tasks, kick things off with a tiny 2-minute version. Need to write a report? Just start with the first sentence. Need to clean your room? Spend 2 minutes tidying one drawer. Weird, but it works. It might seem odd to tackle procrastination with just 2 minutes, but that's the beauty of it. It's so easy, and before you know it, you're halfway through something you've been dreading. And hey, even if you only spend 2 minutes, that's better than nothing, right? Next, we've got the procrastinate on purpose method. Yep, you heard that right. Sometimes it's okay to procrastinate, but only if you do it smartly. How it works? Focus on what really needs to get done first. For the stuff that's not urgent, schedule it for later. This way, you save your energy for the important things and don't stress out over a massive to-do list. Why it works? It turns procrastination into something you control instead of something that just happens to you. Now here's a fun one. Make a Procrastination Power Hour. Set aside 1 hour each day to procrastinate on purpose. Yup, you get a whole hour to do whatever you usually do to avoid work, guilt-free. How it works? Knowing you have a set time to procrastinate can help you focus better outside that hour. Plus, you might get bored of procrastinating and end up doing something productive instead. Why it works? It gives you a mental break and helps you handle distractions in a way that won't ruin your whole day. Ever tried to trick your brain? With the reverse psychology technique, you tell yourself you're not allowed to work on something. It's crazy, but it can actually make you want to do the task more. How it works? Instead of saying, "I have to finish this task," try saying, "I'm not allowed to work on this right now." Suddenly, the task feels more appealing because you're not supposed to do it. Why it works? It uses reverse psychology to make the task seem more interesting just because it's off limits. Okay, this one's for all you perfectionists out there. The ugly first draft strategy. Just start with the worst, messiest draft you can. Don't worry about making it perfect. Just get something down. How it works? By starting with a bad draft, you take off the pressure to be perfect. And once you've started, it's easier to go back and fix things. Why it works? It helps you get past the fear of perfectionism, which is a big reason why we procrastinate in the first place. Here's another quick hack: the 5-second rule. Count down from 5 and then immediately start the task, no matter how you feel. How it works. When you catch yourself procrastinating, just count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then physically move to start the task. This breaks the cycle and gets you started before your brain can stop you. Why it works. It taps into the power of quick action to override your brain's tendency to procrastinate. Ever heard of temptation bundling? It's where you combine a task you don't want to do with something you enjoy. How it works. Only let yourself do something fun, like listening to your favorite podcast, while you're doing a task you don't like exercising or cleaning. Why it works. It pairs something you dread with something you love, making it more likely you'll start and keep going. How about turning your tasks into a game? Add points, rewards, and challenges to make it more fun. How it works. Give points to tasks based on how hard or important they are. Set goals, track your progress, and reward yourself when you hit a certain score. You can even challenge yourself to beat the clock by timing how fast you finish something. Why it works. Gamification makes boring tasks more exciting and less scary. Here's a simple but powerful trick. The 2 lists method. Make one list of everything you're avoiding, then make a second list of all the good things that will happen if you do those tasks. How it works. Seeing the rewards laid out can motivate you to start knocking things off that first list. Why it works. It helps shift your focus from the pain of doing the task to the pleasure of finishing it, making it easier to start. Got big goals? Make them real with implementation intentions. Set clear plans for when, where, and how you'll get stuff done. How it works? Instead of saying, "I'll start my project tomorrow," be specific. I will start my project at 10 a.m. in my home office by reviewing the first chapter. The more detailed you are, the less room there is for procrastination. Why it works? It turns vague goals into concrete plans, making it harder to procrastinate. Last but not least, there's the micro-procrastination technique. Let yourself procrastinate, but only for tiny amounts of time, like 5 minutes. How it works. When you feel the urge to procrastinate, set a timer for 5 minutes and do whatever you want. When the timer goes off, get back to work. This way, you satisfy the urge to procrastinate without it taking over your day. Why it works. It gives you a controlled way to indulge in distractions without derailing your productivity. So there you have it. Some pretty strange but super effective ways to beat procrastination. Different methods work for different people, so try out a few and see what helps you the most. If you've got your own weird trick for avoiding procrastination, drop it in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss out on more awesome tips. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Now go out there and get stuff done.